Hey, hello, and welcome to Most Style TV, Season 2, Episode 12. And today, on this Halloween weekend, I have something special for you because very much people watching my paper test and like it and asking about some tutorial. And I'm doing this at the start point of a job, and it was my first test how I can handle paper-like animations in 3D in Cinema 40, and I plan to make a bigger making of about the whole commercial I did, but in the next week I'm in a bit short vacation, and after this I'm afraid I have to work again, so I didn't have much time, and there is of course Battlefield 3 at the moment, so I just like to spend this 1 hour to show you how I made this test, and that means it's near anything I know at the moment about making paper-like things in Cinema 40. And yes, so it's maybe better for all of us. You become an idea how it works, and I have more time to play Battlefield 3 after this. So, but at the beginning, I have a real life thing for you. Moment. Ooh. Halloween. Yeah, no. I like to show you something, because at the beginning it's maybe interesting, not just how it's possible to make paper-like animations in 3D. The other side is of course lightning and important material. And paper is a special material because I can show you something. Yeah, you see this, okay? Okay. See anything? No. Okay. Yeah, it's right. And now paper. So, what can you see? What's about paper? The light going a bit through the paper, and that means when everything is behind paper, woo, there is a bit backlight shadow on this, like this. Woo. Okay, you get what I mean, yeah? And this is one thing when you have to make paper in my magic ball. When you have to make paper in 3D, you have to think about. So, and of course, I prepare a little 3D scene for us that shows the same effect. It's very simple because there's a special shader in Cinema 40 who simulate this effect. So at the start point, moment. This is a very special scene I prepare for this material. At the beginning, we have to let something grow. Yeah, like this tree. Okay, again. Okay, I just picked it from one of my scenes for one movie. So, and when I rendered this scene, it's just, you can see it's a physical sky and this tree and this plane, yeah? I give this plane a displacement effector to have this little crumble things. And okay, what we've seen is the light comes from behind I call it now paper sheet, yeah? It's okay. And the light comes from behind, the shadow falls, everything is okay. If you wanna, it's so fast because I set the physical render to progressive and pass count to 1. And that's why my 4 years old Mac Pro rendering this example fast enough. Okay, so but you see, this paper is just a polygon and didn't let light through like real paper. And what we can do is something. Yeah. For the basic material, maybe it's interesting for you. I show you what I did. There is diffusion material. Is just paper like photo or something, and I've because this is in my first step into this job, and I just like to have fast results, so I Google after some nice paper textures, and I found a site that not just has some diffusion map like a normal texture. It has a bump and a special map for the normal channel again too. And you can you see? Yeah. And this is nice because so I have a material that basic paper look like offers, and the last addition is, and yes, you see right, I mixed a very tiny bit of reflection in it. Don't know why. Depends on the paper style, but some paper doing a bit of reflection or something, and specular is activated too. Reflection depends from your special paper, so you can switch this on or off as you like. The important thing is the luminescence channel, yeah, this one. And there's a special shader called effect backlight. Zack. So I let it default, and we can watch what happened. When everything goes right, now the paper polygon, yes, did the right thing. We can see the shadows coming through this paper. Unfortunately, it didn't just work with one polygon thick thing. So that means when you give this thing, for example, simulate cloth NURBS, put it in a cloth NURBS to give him a bit thickness. Not so much, just this. Yeah. Didn't need this. Then it didn't work, yeah, because it's just for one polygon site. That's a bit of limitation because it's a nice trick to animate some paper things, and after this putting this in this closed NURBS and give the paper a little bit of thickness. It's in some cases a bit nicer as a very thin polygon. Okay, that didn't work, but when it's okay to just have this simple polygon, it works. So, and in this case, it's a bit too lightful. So I lower the illumination aspect and maybe raise the shadow intensity a bit. In this scene is this physical sky, and indirect illumination is switched on. And so maybe, I hope, let's see how it looks. Yeah. And now it's not so shiny as before, looks more natural. And this is maybe the first step you can do, giving your scene later a realistic paper touch. Okay, like you see in my real-world example, when some objects that casting a shadow is more far from the paper, normally the shadows are more blurred, but in this case we have a very clear shadow, and I think this special shader is limited in this aspect too. Yeah, I have no parameters or something to give a smoother shadow or something. Okay, but here's some parameter roughness. Oh, it's interesting. When you switch from internal to ordinary, we maybe can make a little test what this means. Moment. So I ran on a little tinier screen because it needs some time every time I do a test render. Okay. Roughness. Give it a much lower value. Zack. See what happens. I didn't test it before, so we can encounter it together. Okay. Not much difference. Roughness. What can it mean? Maybe I give it very high value. Oh, he stops at 200%. Okay, last test. Okay, there is not much difference, I think. Okay, but it's one way better than nothing. Maybe when you use not the sky light, physical skylight, and how we can do it in real environment too. I have an area light with a shadow moment, yeah, and watching what's happening now. It's to switch on. It's interesting. Yeah, okay, because the skylight is like a sun, is very parallel light. The shadow is of course very clear, and when you use your own light source with you can see the effect is much more, a bit more like in the reality, yeah? The shadow is more blurred. So you can play with this, yeah? You didn't have to use the physical skylight. You can set your own light source and try the thing that better match the reality. Okay, so this is enough about the material. Now we have some noisy cars outside. Now we have a look at the animating thing. Okay, take a little break and be back in a moment. Okay, there we are again. So this is my test. You maybe notice this on Vimeo or YouTube or something. Zack. Yeah. So and now you can see there's not much happen. I just animate this single object and copy it two times, and so how I made it. What I have to see is it's my first idea how I can reach a bit pebble-like movement, and it works. So I use it for the final job too. And maybe I can show you some little things, not from the final job. It's some side testing material I to do. Because the final job, I'm not so close on the scene. I always seen the whole world, and so the animations haven't be so detailed, and yeah, I do this little closer test, but it's not in the final movie. It's just to have fun for me, and it's of course to test the wonderful deeper field in R13, 12, yes, R13 cinema Cinema 4D starting. So, and now we look what I did. So, this is the original scene in Cinema 4D. Zack, 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 zack. You can see what's happened, and like you can see, this car is, like I said before, with cloth knobs, because it's in front of the camera, and I think it didn't look cool when the polygons are very thin. So I give the cloth knobs very little thickness to have more physical behavior. Yeah? But the cars in the backgrounds, there's a cloth knobs switched off because they are in the blurred zone. So anyway, okay. So what I did at first, I grabbed a very easy free model from TurboSquid or something, and did this the model, and it was very simple build. So maybe I find the original model moment, so you can see what I did as the first step. Yeah, this is the original model I find. Yeah, looks crappy. Oh. Okay, so after we let the textures disappear, this is the original model. So yeah, and the later models I used in the real movie are similar from point of detail. So what is the first step? The first step is I cut it in some pieces, because I have in my mind that it has to fold itself, so I need pieces to fold, okay? And that means we have to select the sides, polygons, something. So, and because it has two sides, we can do it on two sides, on the same sides. The size, that means I select both of them and go to knife, and visible only is okay. Create angles, no. Restricted to selection, yes. And we have some parts on the top, so I try to, I make it from the top, it's okay too. Yeah, I cut in the two sides from the top, and maybe here, zack. So, and you become an idea how it works. Oh, here is not good. Okay, I have it prepared for us. So, and that is what I get at the end. At the very end, okay, I show you. To get rid of this four side polygons, I can triangulate it, yeah, like this. And at the really end, what I like is you just cut this car in some triangles. It looks very sharp, of course, like this. So, and so I select at the end any any, select all, any, okay, I lost the word, it's not possible. Any of these lines, how it's called, borders, I don't know. Okay, and give them a bit bevel. Oh, in this case this is not good. Okay, it's a bad example, but more or less I did it this way. And okay, I delete this things. So what's that? So, okay, and what I get at the end is that the sharp corners of the papers are a bit softer because of the beveling. So I give the font tag back and set it to a lower value, zack, like this. And now on the better parts like this and this, you can see we have softer corners and not the sharp ones what you normally have after just cutting this thing in some pieces and yeah, triangulated. Okay, so you can see I'm not so into it at the moment to redoing every step, so please let us just have this ready prepared model. So, and the whole trick of this is like some of you see it, yeah, it's two parts, yeah. The first part is just reversed cloth simulation. Of course, it's the easiest thing and my first idea. So that means we have underground, yeah, like this disk, and giving them this collision tag, simulation, cloth collider, zack. Okay, and giving our car simulation cloth. So, and just watching what's happened. Magical. So and you see what's happened. The first part is cool because everything, and that's nice, and that is the reason why I cut this in some triangles. Yeah, the whole car is now resistive triangles, and when the cloth starts, the cloth simulation starts, there are very big triangles, and they can just moving in her space depends from the neighbor triangle, and so everything crunches very raw, but that reminds on folding paper, I hope. So tack, tack. So yeah, okay. And what you can do to fix the end process, because at the end I'd like to bake this cloth simulation and reverse it, and the problem is at the end, after this car crunching nice to a flat piece, now we have some calculation stuff that didn't work, yeah. But because we need now a very flat object, and what I did is I set the stiffness to 0 and the flexion to 0, but now you can show what happens. So, and the problem is in this case everything not folding, that just falling to the ground. Every vertex of this object is not so good. So I give the values back and animate it over the time. That means after second 1, for example, I give some keyframes, and second 2. In Germany we have 24 frames per second, so it means frame 50 is 2 seconds, and after this I set the values to 0. So, and because paper didn't bounce much, I set the bounce low too, and now we can watch what's happened. Yeah. Okay, it's much better. And at the end, you see when the values are animated to 0, everything is flat on the ground. So it's maybe not perfect, but you can play, of course, with the parameters. There are very much parameters in the cloth simulation, you can give this object vertex paintings and this weighting some parts and something. It's a very big playground for you, but this is my first idea how I can reach paper folding, and it works, so I'm happy with this. So now I cache this simulation, and because after the 50th frame everything is more or less flat, I give the whole scene 55 frames and calculate it. So when you, for example, need a slower folding something, you can of course give them more global drag or something. Yeah? Then we can try it. Then everything moves very slower because of the global drag. Okay, let's show what's happened. So, and that is one thing you can give him a bit. Yeah, you can manipulate the folding process. Another interesting thing is you can give him a bit direction of the folding. When I give here the wind strength in one direction, the whole model is blowing away. Yeah, of course. You can handle this when you give some points, nail some points on the ground or something like this. Yeah. Fixed point. Now this a few points are nailed on the ground, and now simulation starts. Woo! Okay, just works when the whole model is in one piece and how it's called. The wheels are single pieces. Yeah. Then it didn't work the model, but we can stitches here and here and here and fixed points too. Yeah, it's blowing in the wind. Okay. You can see cloth simulation is much fun, but we have just the default values and making our simulation. Ding, 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 ding. So, and now the simulation is cached, so I can play it backwards or something. And the next step is to bake this animation, because I need to manipulate the animation. And the easiest thing to do this is show track. I think. Moment. No, we need this car thing. Okay, the easiest way is very easy. Go to frame 0, character, cappuccino. That's the easiest one. And set to PLA animation. And you know, cappuccino is for capturing something in the scene, like position, scale, rotation, and PLA animation. It's nice because he captured for every frame all the vertexes of my model. So and that means baking. Yeah. So I click the model, say yes, bake just a PLA, and start real time. And now click anywhere in the scene. Zack. Wood. Oh, I have to switch to this. Okay. Again, click anywhere in the scene, real time. So, and now the simulation happens, and Cappuccino captures every frame. You can see here. Now, it's a keyframe animation. So I can delete this, and still have the whole still have the whole animation. So, and this is nice because now I can manipulate anything in this. Yeah, for example, when I dislike this one, at this moment, it's of course it's crap, but I like to show you the example. Yeah, I can select it, manipulate it, and set to PLA animation and say keyframe set. So in this moment is crap, of course, because it's but it's nice because you can fix some little parts that you dislike or something. Yeah. Okay, and at the end we just select the scene, go to frame range and setting -1 second. So and I hope now it's turned. Ooh, moment. Oh, sorry, my fault. We go to function and move and scale and set this value to -1 tag, and it means just the whole keyframes are reverted, so reversed. Okay, so and when I give a disk back, bigger disk, so okay, I deleted that before, so I haven't to. Okay, so and zack, there's a plain ground, and woo, I wonder a card's building. So, and now we can give him more keyframes like this, zack, and the whole car is animated. So, but it's not enough because what's a bit problem is the PLA keyframe animation has a little limitation. There are just linear interpolation. There is just linear interpolation between the keys. That means when how can I show you that? That means the animation is very stiff. When its car is at the end, it stands like it's freezed, yeah, and that is so nice. So we can do a last little trick, giving a MoGraph effector and a delay effector, yeah, because the delay effector is nice. You can put it under the model and set it to please take effect on, or we can even try what to do when I say please on the whole object. Oh, I think he maybe does nothing because the object isn't moving, it's just the vertices of the object. So I give this 2 points and set the delay effector to spring. Now we can see what's happened. So you can see what's happened, yeah. Now every animation, every normal, very linear interpolated animation is every vertex now becomes a bit delayed, yeah, and that's nice. For the whole thing, it's more dynamic now. And for the second part, and I tell you before, the animation consists of 2 parts. The second part is very easy, I can swear. It's more important as for the closed simulation reverse part, because closed simulation looks okay, dynamic, but at the end a bit strange because it freezed. And in this case we can rise the values. You can see now what's happened. Okay, again, you see it's very nice to play with this stuff. We switch to polygon. Oh, interesting. Okay, when we switch to polygon, very strange things happen. So like this. Okay, okay. You have to find your own value. Of course, you can animate it again. You can because at the beginning it looks very strange when everything is flickering. So maybe you can see on the half. Hey, the strength is 0, and just to the end is 50% or something. So maybe it's better now. Yeah, it's folding, and now bring. Okay, so, and the last thing I did is because this is a original. I switch it off for the moment. This is the original form my car has. Shape. Oh, why we have no light? Moment. Default light. It's on. Strange. I don't know. Give physical sky. And for the moment I deactivate anything that needs render time. Progressive. Okay. Oh. Pass count 1, 1. Okay, okay, okay. So, like this. And the last thing I did is, because the car is of course very clean modeled at the beginning, and I just cut it in pieces. So I give him at the end just, for example, a MoGraph Effector 2, like random, yeah, and give a little value. And of course here, please have effect on points. Oh no, on polygons. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look. So, and this means now every polygon in this model is randomly a bit shifted in his space, and that means the model is not so clean at the end. So, in this case is maybe a bit too much. Can play with these values, it's okay. So and you see the red line or something I have. Everything I did is to give the model a more dynamic and more randomness, and all this means at the end it's more real, yeah. So. And that's all. And this tiny little tweaks are of course possible to do on every animation you do. Yeah, it's very important to have this in mind when you animate something. It has always to be dynamic enough to have the illusion that it's a real object. So, and we switch back to this final scene, and what I did there is the two parts I tell you about it. There, yeah, it's not the whole model is crunched from the ground, because it's nice, but it's not enough for me. I like to have more action in it, more folding action. Yeah, when it's just defolding from the ground. It's not like real paper or something. My intention was that something grooved, yeah, and it's just a test object, and later I have some very different objects, but the test I did on this works later for every object I have. So, and like you can see, I delete in the scene and the ground. This is my final model, and we have just the side parts of the model with close simulation, and I separate the rest, and like you can see, I'm not worked very clean. There are some polygons that are doing what they want and something, but it's it's just a test, so you can make it of course cleaner. And so what happened with the rooftop of the car? This part. This part is very easy animated with hands. Yes. So and it's very easy. I can show you how it works. So please have a look to our different site. Moment, zack. Oh no, what is? So, and again, PLA animation. Yeah, you know it. Okay, and that means it's very easy. This folding in one direction is very easy. I just grab the model, have this to this time, set to PLA animation, and then I select the points I like to manipulate. Hey, what's happening? Can you? Woohoo! Okay. So, and there's just one problem. When you select some points, Cinema give you this pivot to the center of all the selected points, but I find out when you switch this button, and okay, I disconnect the cam so we can see the whole model all the time. When I switch this button, and this button is to change the pivot of an object, I can change it on this point, and now I can easily rotate around this point. Yeah. Okay, and now the rest is your talent for imagination, backward thing. So, oh, switch back. So, and you have please in mind that the animation, the PLA animation is linear. That means something. I show you when this is the first keyframe I set, and this is what I like in the next keyframe. You make a linear animation of this. That means one point going to direct to the next to his next place in space. So, and often this looks not so nice because the polygons just following the points, of course, and there is a distortion. Yeah. So the length of the polygons in this moment, because we're going linear to the next set, is just half of the original length. That means when I animate this, I have this in mind, and just doing steps where the linear animation works. Means I can't animate it 45 degrees or what it is. I have 30 or something, like this, click, and the next is this, click, and the next is this. So in this moment you can do something more, you can crunch it a bit, or of course, like when you like, you can now crunch it in this direction. You have in mind how it looks when you fold it backwards after this. Okay, and the last step is moment, no, not this, like this. Then I select the other polygons, and for this example I select them too, and now again I switch. Oh, yeah, you see, you have to do something you have to concentrate on this. Sorry, like this, and set a keyframe. Now I select a bunch of new vertices like this, and change the pivot of the whole object to this, and now I can rotate the whole thing, zack, like this. Oh, too much. So crunch it a bit, zack, and Yeah, and this for the whole roof. You can see I did it not very good at the moment, but we can switch this little. Ching, ching, ching. Yeah, you see what I mean? Ching, ching. Okay, so and before I deleted all the hand animated stuff I did before. I reload the scene, kill this, and we have to watch this and not this, guys. So at the end it looks like this. Ting, 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 ting. So, and the nice thing is, of course, because linear interpolation in the PLA, it's again very stiff. Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. Looks not much, very much natural or something, but the same delay effector what helps the cloth simulated object to be a bit more dynamic at the end. In the whole scene, in the whole parented zero object helps again to make this folding thing a bit more dynamic. You can see it like it's yeah, okay, and that's cool, and that's all. So now I mix the both together, some parts crunching from the ground and some parts folding like magic invisible fingers, and anything reacts a bit dynamic at the end. So, and that's all. That's the whole trick I used, yeah. And yeah, like you can see, it's a delay effector who gives the whole shit a bit dynamic. And what I did at the end is this random effector. Please watch the car. Zack. Crunch it, the car a bit, just a bit, and that is the final result. And looks, when you render it, like this. So, and the rest is a bit nice lightning and deeper field, and that's all. That is the whole secret behind the paper folding test. Of course, every object is a bit different in something. You can try what you can reach with this technique, but yeah, it's one thing you can do to make paper folding animations bring to life. And I think there are much more. For example, the tree in the backlight scene is very simple too. I can show you at the end. Yeah, switch off, and you can see it did the same thing. Yeah, I just animated the little, I don't know the English words of the arms, tree, I don't know, you know what I mean, yeah? Anything is rotated PLA wise, like this little tiny thing, and this and this, and the rest is just scaled up or something. Like I said before, it's no close-up scene. We always are in a more wider shot, and so and of course the final spot is just a 10-second thing, and I have to show 3 different worlds in the spot, so everything has to be very, very fast, and that means oh, and of course I have to animate it in very short time, you know, like always, and it means I just put the effort in this animation that it has to be to look okay in this place this has at the end. Ooh, I hope you can understand me. It's my English is not so good. Okay, so can I say at the end? This is all about, I find out in this little test for paper folding things in Cinema 4D, and yeah, it works with the reverted close simulation. This was nice, because I can imagine to fold bigger objects with simple PLA animations is very time consuming, and so I can yeah, I can I have the possibility to let some landscape objects and something default with this technique. Okay, so, and that's all for today. My name was Mo Tensen. Thank you for watching this. Oh no, it's a bit longer as I expected. Oh, 1 hour. Ooh, not bad. This little tutorial how you can make paper animations in Cinema 4D, and yeah, I am looking forward to your own examples. Maybe there exist, of course, there exist some different ways to do similar things, and yeah, I hope you have the nice thing to play around Halloween, and thank you for watching. This was Mostyle TV, now the music, and I'm out for today. Thank you. So no, at the end I have to say this Mostyle TV episode is of course sponsored by Isa, and so please watch, go to the website of my sponsor. It's great stuff they have there. Okay, thank you. Bye.